Okay, it's recording. Okay, so first, give me your background information. How old were you when the Depression hit, and where did you live? And yeah.
The Depression hit at 1929, and I was born 1927. Well, I was born in Brooklyn with a lot of with the family, with my mother and my four sisters. And we lived in a one-family house, which eventually we had to give up. We had no money to keep it.
Okay. Good. Living in the Depression, what was your average day like? Like, what did you do, and where did you go to school?
Oh, we went to public school, and we played outside. We had a lot of neighbors. We all played outside, and we had a park. We went to the park. We played there. We came back. We were very happy children. We made they made a fire outside where we roasted potatoes and.
Were your friends going through hard times at the time?
Everybody was doing very hard times. Everybody lost their homes. There was government assistance, which we had.
Right.
And my father was a peddler. He sold ties. But although he came from Egypt and he knew 4 or 5 languages, but he couldn't make it.
Right.
And then that was it.
Right. Okay. So what was this story with the banks at the time? What did your mom do? Did she have money in the banks? Did you lose your money from them closing, or?
No, the government helped us out, and my father got a job with the WPA at the time. President Roosevelt had installed WPA to help the poor people, and we managed to eat. We managed to all the stores were outside. They were all fresh. We didn't have a refrigerator or a freezer, and my mother would go down, would walk down the streets and make everything by hand, and we had very good food, vegetables.
Vegetables, right. And how did you feel about President Roosevelt? Did you like him?
We loved him. We loved President Roosevelt. But we didn't know that he was against the Jewish people at the time.
Right.
When he turned back the boat, we were unaware of that. When he turned back the boat of the Jewish people, we were unaware of that till after the war was over.
So when he was elected, was there a lot of hope? And there
was a lot of hope. He was a great president, great president, and he pulled up the United States. Eventually, we all made our own living. We had jobs. There was plenty of jobs, and I, as a teenager, went to work with my sisters, and we helped my mother out, and we moved from the house we had on 64th Street. We had a lot of neighbors. We went to Bay Parkway. The whole community was on Bay Parkway. And there was a theater across the street called Marlboro Studio, which we all went to, which cost 10 cents.
Wow.
And it was a double feature at the dime.
Wow.
There was no phones. We didn't.
Did you have a radio in your house?
We had a radio with the Lone Ranger.
Did you used to listen to Roosevelt on the radio?
We always listened to the radio and listened to the comments. We listened to the news.
Right.
And we had the daily newspaper. We had. We read a lot.
Right. Okay. Good. Okay. Okay. So, what was your reaction and your friends and everyone around you to the New Deal? Did you like it? Did it help you? Did it have any effect on anyone, or it was?
The New Deal was great. I was a teenager, went to school. We were very happy. We were happier then than we are now. We didn't have telephones or anything, but we all got together. We had a very good time. We were in the street most of the time.
Right.
And like I said, we went to the movies for 10 cents. We saw a double feature. There was nothing. There was for our happy times. So whenever we needed anything, the bread cost a dime. The train was a nickel. We went on the train, went to the city. It was only a nickel.
Right.
And we never thought about it. We were young. We never thought about it.
And was there like government organizations giving out food? Did you see people like waiting on lines for food, or it just didn't?
No, we didn't. We didn't wait on food. We just seemed, everybody seemed to make a living.
They just got through it.
And we got through it.
Okay. A lot of critics of the time, looking back now, say that what Roosevelt did and the New Deal was like socialism, that it was kind of like they put us the same way as like Russia at the time and stuff like that. Do you feel that way? Or?
No, we didn't feel that way. We didn't know anything about that. We were just happy. We didn't know anything about it. The New Deal was good. It was good. It improved all of us. Eventually, what happened? Nothing. We didn't know any of that.
Then
there was a war.
Right.
The war started in the 1940s, and all we had was the magazines, Look or Life. We would read that and know about what was happening in Europe. But other than that, we were very happy people.
And then when the recession hit America, like a few years ago, did you look back at those times at all, or did you make any like comparisons, or it just didn't?
Well, we felt that I made the comparison that in the Roosevelt time in those days, we felt it was better because there was no technology at the time. Everything we did was with our hands, with our mind, with our knowledge.
Right.
There was no technology. There was no telephones. There was no refrigerators. There was no...
there were less expectations for all the things.
There was less expectation.
Consumer goods.
We just went along.
Right. Interesting. Okay, and then did your family have any credit problems at the time? Did they owe any money, or just...
We didn't. We lived day by day, and we lived very good.
Right.
And at the time, the rent for my mother was $50
wow.
a month. And we lived on top of a candy store, but everybody else did. We were all one big family, all the friends, everybody lived around there, nobody was unhappy, we were all very happy.
And how did your experience as a child, like going through the depression and the way that you lived, affect your, like, how you are today and your, like, mindset in general?
We didn't even think about it. We never even thought about it. We just went on and lived.
Right.
And right after the war started, my whole community, everyone started to get married, have children. We did not have. We looked towards getting married at the time. The bottom line was that you had to get married, and we did. We were all very happy families.
Right.
And the whole community was around us. Then we started to move. We started to get better. All of us started to make money, started to get